Welcome to Cooking Up Success, a podcast where we interview like-minded entrepreneurs to see the secret for success. Today, we have Cybil Bonhomme. She's the chief editor and founder of Miami Mice magazine.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're glad that you came here today with us, and we have a lot of fun in this interview, right?
I cannot wait.
Okay, excellent. Well, Cybil, can you share a little bit with us, a little bit of how was your journey and what inspired you to start a magazine in Miami? As we know, such a competitive, niche and thing to do. Yet, I want to know, or tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start.
Well, I am born and raised in Miami, and something that I really noticed growing up is that Miami is really, really big, and there's always something to do, but you really didn't know about them, right? They were kind of like little secrets, and also everything was in Miami Beach. Like, it just wasn't really all over Miami. So something that I really wanted to do, being my background in medicine and being about community, this is something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to bring communities together and get people knowing what's out there in Miami, the different restaurants, the different boutiques, and just get out of your comfort zone. Because a lot of times when people live in Miami, if they live in Miami Beach or Coconut Grove,
Right.
they will stay in their neighborhood. They won't go anywhere else. So I wanted to create something where people would get together, would come together, and they would start knowing about different parts of Miami. So that was really what inspired me.
That is the inspiration behind why you started. That's amazing. It makes so much sense, right? Knowing a little bit about you, the relationships and surrounded with people and all these things, it makes sense a lot. And also a little bit about we want to know. I know you're born and raised in Haiti, and you in Miami,
yes.
But you're from Haiti,
I'm from Haiti,
right? And your family also.
Yes.
Okay. And how is that you are not, like, even though your family from Haiti, is that affect you at all? Like trying to develop a business such as so competitive?
No, actually, I embrace my culture.
Okay.
Although I've never been to Haiti, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I love the culture. I love the food.
Beautiful
I love
culture.
The people. Beautiful culture. So much to offer. So I wanted to make sure that part of me stayed in the magazine. So what we do every month, it's a monthly publication.
Right.
And every month is a different topic. So every May, because it's Haitian Heritage Month, I make sure that I dedicate that to my Haitian heritage.
I think we just celebrate.
We're still in it. We're still celebrating.
The flag and the entire month, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. A lot of proud Haitians I've seen in Miami.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, what do you think? What do you think that sets Miami Vibes apart from the rest of the other companies or other, people that are doing the same thing that you? Other companies out there are doing magazines. What sets apart?
What sets us apart is that we're very inclusive, right? We celebrate all vibes, like everyone. There's something for everyone. I always say we showcase everything from thrift to luxury, and we're in all neighborhoods. So we're not niche to Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, Miami Beach. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
So, and Miami is a whole vibe. So we want to showcase the different vibes.
The name says it, vibes.
Right?
So that means that means that you are everywhere, and you don't specialize maybe in one thing. You cover a lot of things, and that's why there's a lot of color, a lot of beautiful people, a lot of different, cultures and things like that, right?
Sure. I mean, we're in a vibe right now.
Look at where we are. Yeah,
We have
amazing
beautiful
brico.
scenery,
Yes,
amazing noises
Yes.
from the animals.
yes. So, with that being said, and the journey to the beginning, and the way that you started, and all that, how you define your early success, right? How you define that success, and how that success from the beginning until now evolved within your career, right?
Success to me is when everyone thrives. Like, I am someone who likes to celebrate with everyone, right? So if I have something, I want to share with everyone. So success to me is that I'm able to make connections. I'm able to help you thrive in however you want to thrive. So if there's a way Miami Vibes can help you, I want to be I want to be that channel for you. So to me, that is the epitome of success.
Amazing. And I am all about that, and I agree with you. I mean, that is great to hear, especially a woman. And I know there's challenges when it comes to being successful and failures and all those things, but that is part of the process, right?
Absolutely. You got to fail to succeed.
Absolutely. And what do you think that with that success, like I just mentioned, it has to be challenges, right, and failures. So what are the biggest challenges that you had from that very beginning until now, until today, and how you overcome those challenges to continue moving forward and be successful? Because I know you had them, but we want to know. That way you can teach other younger generation like they want to do the same thing.
Yeah, so of course the biggest challenge was it was a new publication, right? So nobody really wanted to be a part of, not that nobody did, but they were scared to invest in something so new. So I had to just build that relationship with people, right? So once I started building that relationship with people, they started reaching out to me. They started reaching out to the publication and wanting to be a part of it. So don't be afraid of hearing no. You'll hear a lot of no's, but you'll get that one yes. And when you have that one yes, it's just going to keep going from there. So just the biggest challenge is don't be afraid of hearing no. That's part of the process. And you just have to just keep going and just know your product, know yourself, and know that one day you're going to be super successful and it's going to be amazing.
Yes. Do you say that's one of your superpowers as a female in Miami? Like you persistent of waiting until somebody finally say yes, and then you don't stop until that person answer you and say, because if you need that, then you're going to go after that, right?
Absolutely. Well, I tell people, like, my superpowers, I'm a nerd by day and a creative by night. So.
Okay. Wow. That is something that is pretty cool. And I don't think I quite ever heard that before. And I'm going to steal that from you. I'm going to like save it to see. So what is a daily for you? Like, for example, we heard the beginning, the struggles a little bit, the ups and downs when then, the challenges, how you overcome them. But tell me, what drive you in the daily basis? It can be business, it can be family, it can be anything related with your life. What is it you get up and you said, this is what drives me? It could be the future. What do you think it is?
What drives me is, who am I going to meet today?
Okay.
Right. So what I love about this is that with my Miami Vibes, every day's different. Like I don't really I love routine to an extent. Like I'm very neat and I like certain things to be orderly, but I love going with the flow, which is something that I had to learn with the magazine because I'm not that kind of person. But I love, that everything's different and every day there'll be a challenge. Like sometimes we have things planned to the T and things will happen. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's people being late. Like there's always challenges, but who am I going to meet? How are we going to make this happen? And those are the things that just keep me going.
Well, that's amazing. Like I love the story so far, everything you're telling us, and I know that there's somebody out there that is going to listen to this and is going to learn and it's going to probably get up and do something because you said that. And that's exactly why, or one of the reasons why we do this, right? So especially for the one that are overcoming. And can you share, and this is very important right here, I think, because this is what somebody will identify with you. Can you share a key turning point of your career that you said, wow, like I made it to some kind of level, like I reached some kind of milestone? Can you share with us some key point of your career that you achieved something that you were very impressed with you and that give you the encouragement to continue?
The turning point was when people were reaching out to be a part of it. Like wanting to be a part of the cover, wanting to be a part of these vibes. Like to me, that was like, okay, I came from no one knowing, this publication to wow, like everybody wants to be a part of it.
So now, at that point, you say that there was companies, people actually want to be in the magazine, and that's we say like, okay, it's working, something is happening,
like,
right?
Even international, they had like international big name DJs that come in to play for Miami Music Week, and they're like, listen, how do we get a part of my music? I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
You're
I'm
like,
that's amazing.
it is
like,
happening. Like
yeah,
it is.
it is
And then that obviously that makes you get up with more strength, more power, more conviction, confident, and you continue, right?
Yes.
Amazing. That's exactly what we want to hear, right? And you know, it makes me so, you know, makes me want to continue, right? When I talk to somebody like yourself and your story. So what is something that you can tell us that keep you motivated with the, or being ahead of the curve of the never ending, you know, evolution of the technology, or the never ending of new things coming up, especially in the media? Wow, there's so much technology, streaming online, the cell phone. How you keep up with it? What are your, if you have you can share with us some techniques or tips of how you keep up with that?
I would say definitely listen to everyone. Like, what are people's interests? What are they into? What do they like? Right. So maybe there's something that you do traditionally. Maybe because we're print, right? We are print and
Right.
digital, but it is a digital world.
Right.
So we have to make sure that digital aspect is very prominent, and it is, because we have a big presence online. Like, we have 52,000 like unique visitors, 46,000 like people that just show up and they're there, right?
Wow.
So you have to, and SEO is a big thing, right? So if you have a business and your SEO is in there, like, how are people going to find you? And that's something that we really help businesses, we really help individuals who want to be out there. Like, people want to know your story, and we
Right.
are here to share it.
So listening to people and their needs and what they want is the answer to you.
Absolutely.
As a magazine, what they want, what the people wants, you deliver through the magazine, right? Amazing. Well, a little similar to our business as well. It's like we have to do the same thing. Listening to people, in this case, when you listen to people, you know, reviews and stuff like that, is like very important. It's actually everything
Yeah.
for the livelihood of the
It
business.
makes it
Yes.
rich to business, right?
Yes. So, what kind of advice would you give to any upcoming entrepreneur, and not necessarily here in Brickell and Miami or in the country, because this is gonna go online, right? And people are gonna see it. And what advice you have to upcoming entrepreneurs that want to start or they want to be part of something like what you're doing as a media and magazine founder, editor-in-chief, and all that? What advice?
You have to start. There's never going to be the right moment. You just have to jump into it. You know, you can't be scared, because something like this can be very scary. Like, my background was not in publication. Like, I'm not an artist. I'm a nerd. My brother's he's the artsy creative one, so it's really scary. But if you let those thoughts and those concerns overwhelm you, you'll never start. So my advice is you just start. Like, we launched the magazine in March 2018, and the first print went into October that same year. So
Wow.
So you just have to jump into it.
And you went, and
Ever since then, it's been my thing.
amazing. And do you get scared a little bit in that moment when you just did it and you just like?
Yeah, so after I launched the first issue, I'm like, oh my God, holy yes. This is every month.
Wow.
And I made it work. And here we are, 5 years later.
With all that being said, and you said that you did it, you know, you did through the highs and lows, and you did it anyways. How you maintain a work-life balance in your household, in your house, with your loved ones? How you maintain, if there's such a thing of a balance for you? I don't know if you do that or not, but if there is anything like that, how you maintain that is actually, you know, a good one on both?
No, that's a really great question. Some people just dive into their work, and when I started the magazine, it was like that for me, just how like the magazine had started. But I've learned over the year you need boundaries. If you're working from 8 to whatever to 6 or 7, just know that that's your work time. But then your other time is for whatever you need to do, self-care, be with your loved ones. It can't be 24/7 all work, like that. You'll burn out. So you have to have boundaries. So set your boundaries and try not to break them.
Amazing. I mean, I agree with you. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different perspective when it comes to that, and a lot of people have different opinions about that. But that's the beauty of it. Obviously, we're all different, and I like the way that you said that, and that's what works for you, which is the most important thing. And you have to just go through that, right, and follow that one thing. And at the same time, I want you to tell us: do you seek out for mentorship? Do you read any books for any of the big entrepreneurs in this country, or you just follow up the biggest magazines like Time Magazine, for example, or like Vogue and stuff like that? Like you kind of like follow what they're doing, or you also have other books or other entrepreneurs for like mentor wise? Like tell us a little bit about that part of yours or your journey.
A lot of it comes from talking to different creators, talking to different people,
Yeah.
listening to their advice, listening to what they've been through, what how we can contribute. Like that's really all where the inspiration comes from. Like I do a lot of research online. I watch a lot of YouTube, like how people started their businesses, what were their secrets. So it's really like a little bit of different avenues.
Okay. And that's helps you as make you inspire, right? When you read others, they're winning. Other they're probably doing in a different level than you are.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you like the pointers that you need and give you inspiration to continue and to do bigger things, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing. And share with us, and I am very interested about this one, right? Because you're successful, and we obviously have a company, AA Eventos, and we are never stop learning, never stop listening to those that they are, growing and being successful. And can you share with me something specific, like a strategy that you did or you do to be successful, like in a daily basis, or maybe in the quarter basis, maybe in the yearly basis? You have a strategy that is what you know that help you to be successful?
Yes. Well, my strategy is listening to people. Right. And the thing is with any business, like you don't want to be salesy. Like no one likes that salesy person. So you wanna build friendships and relationships.
Yes.
So I always say whoever comes to Miami Vibes, like we're family. Like it's beyond the advertising. It's beyond anything like that. It's just like how can I listen to you? Like you're having a bad day. Tell me about your dad.
Yeah.
A bad day. How are we going to make that bad day better? So we don't want to be salesy. We want to be friends. We
Right.
want to establish relationships. So I think that's really. I think for some people they kind of miss that key point. They're just eager to make the money. They're eager to pitch something. But I'm like, listen, you're scaring people. Like take a step back.
Yes.
You know.
That's great. How many people you think, or you know that you're working with right now in your team? Like how many people is it?
We have about 12 people in our team.
And you also have a camera crew, right?
So we have different so I have creatives that I work with for my covers.
Yeah.
But then I also have events, and
Yes.
I have my writers and my graphic designers. So depending on what projects
Right.
we work on, I have teams that work on different things.
That's great. And by the way, I saw her in action when I visited her to Venetian Island a couple weeks ago, and that was a team right there. She had a photo shoot going, and she had all the team and everything laid down, and a makeup artist and a girl doing her makeup, and it looked like I was in the beginning of a movie set or something. So it is very, very professional. Cybil is extremely talented, and you can see her poise, the way that she answers, and is why I knew that this interview was going to be just more than just answering questions. It's just more a very talented person here, and we all kind of learn from her, right? So looking ahead on the future, short term and then long term, what do you think is, where do you see, first of all, tell us where you see the magazine right now as a comparison with the goals and your vision of it. Where do you see it right now? And what is the short and long term of the company? Where do you see it going?
Well, right now I see Miami Vibes just being, the hub and the go-to for Miami visitors and
Right.
and residents. But eventually we want to expand, right? Bring vibes to
Of
other
course.
cities, other maybe international. Who knows?
That's the way to go.
We're taking the vibes everywhere.
Yes. No, outside of US.
Yes.
You have the talent. That's exactly right. I mean, we are talking to you because you have the talent and all that. And that you say that's the big vision of it, like getting out of the US, not just in the US but out of it. Okay, that's exactly what's up. You know, we had a chance, in Eventos, we had a chance to do an event for Time Magazine.
Yes.
This was like, I say like 2 years ago or so.
Okay.
And it was in the era of when the NFT started.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this room full of NFT on the walls.
Okay.
But the NFT were on frames, and it was digital NFTs.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, wow.
Yes.
And I'm saying this because, yes, we're proud that we did that. And here we are talking to a magazine, and I see you, and maybe not in that direction of NFTs, but as talented at somebody like that big in this country as Time Magazine. I'm just, it's a coincidence that we did an event for a magazine, and that's why I bring it up. But you are as talented, and I am more than, you come from the Caribbean, an island like Haiti, and even though you're born in Miami, but your family's from there. As you know, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico. It's probably half an hour from Haiti in plane. It's like next to where, right, neighbors. And I know exactly what is inside of you, the heritage of the Caribbean. And I am like that, right? I am the same, even though I've been here for 19 years. So I have a question for you, and answer it in a way that you can and want. Obviously, this podcast name is Cooking Up Success. Cooking Up Success, the definition is, doing something to be successful at it, or working at something that you're going to be successful at it. What is your definition of Cooking Up Success?
Cooking Up Success, it means going after what you want. Don't listen to the negatives. If people are not supporting you, like, you're obviously not around the right people. So go after what you want. There's never a good time. Just jump into it.